I am a left winger.
I'm a right winger.
Government is bad.
Government is good.
Community is in danger.
We are the majority.
Two sides, two opinions. Doesn't matter what is right and what is wrong. The point is that we are forming our opinions based on social media posts. This is the problem which is happening due to overuse, or what we can say over dependence on social media. So let's start with basics. What exactly is social media? Social media, a cost-effective way of communication where people can share their opinions, videos, photos and whatnot. A medium to freely exercise right to expression. Social media acts as a distant medium from traditional media houses. Big media houses has a one way of communication, whereas social media enables an individual to express his opinions and views on a particular topic, which might be personal, local, national and even international. But freedom of expression, as said in our constitution, is a right of every individual which must be exercised well within the framework of our constitution. But does it really happen?
According to researchers, we spend almost 2 hours and 22 minutes on daily basis on an average on social media. If we calculate this time, this comes to be around 36 days in a year, which is quite a time. But do we ever think about this weapon that we carry on daily basis in our pockets? Do we ever think how a single post on social media can make or destroy someone's life?
Year 2015, what happened? A guy named Sarabjit Singh Bedi was accused of eve-teasing by Miss Jaslene Kaur in Delhi. What was the real incident? Sarabjit Singh Bedi was going through a road where he asked for sight to Miss Jaslene Kaur. Jaslene Kaur in return clicked his photograph and posted a social media post stating that he was eve-teasing her. The tweet was later retweeted by Delhi's then Chief Minister as well as Delhi's then Police Commissioner. Sarabjit Singh Bedi was harassed on daily basis by using social media abuses. He was called as Dilli Ka Darinda by many primetime shows on big media houses. He lost his job. His father had a severe heart attack. But what led to all these incidents? A single social media post from a girl which alleged him of eve-teasing. Sarabjit Singh Bedi was later acquitted of all charges by Delhi High Court. But in the mean span of 4 years, he faced numerous challenges due to a single social media post. This is what social media can do. This is the impact of social media nowadays. It is the need of the hour to use this technological innovation in right form. Otherwise, it can destroy a person's life, it can defame a person, it can destroy a person's mental health and whatnot.
While scrolling through Instagram or Facebook feed, we go through many of these things. But do we ever think if those things are relevant to us or not? We believe what we see, what we hear, and most of the time we do not bother to check the genuinity or the truth behind the content. And when the same thing strikes again and again on our feed, those becomes our perception and whether the information is genuine or not.
Despite of all these negative sides, social media still remains one of the most significant innovation of modern times, since it has given unlimited access to everyone for information, for sharing their opinions and whatnot. The right and proper use of this technology can be used for various good causes, provided that it is not used for personal, political as well as ideological benefits.
We the commoners who read, watch or react to such content do not face the consequences of such things, but any person or organization who is related to this or regarding whom the information is passed, they may face severe consequences of such things.
For example, 2016 US elections, a free fair election of 2016 was rigged using social media influence, which has long-lasting impact on the voters, which eventually led to the victory of Donald Trump.
Pakistani ambassador in US displayed a photograph from Bangladesh in front of UN Security Council as a portrayal of atrocities committed by Indian armies in Kashmir. This is a pure example where an irrelevant and misleading information is used for adding fuel in the ongoing international conflicts.
Using our own rationale and wisdom, it is the moral responsibility of each and every individual to verify the information shared on social media, to ensure that religious as well as communities' sentiments are not hurted. It is our moral responsibility to ensure that fake news are curtailed and must be reported to appropriate authorities to ensure the proper and right use of social media, which is the need of the hour.
In July 2017, there was a news on Economic Times where social media posts had triggered 7 communal riots in a single month in the state of West Bengal. Other than this, we can see various such examples. In today's time, a local communal issue can be made a national issue within seconds, where a larger narrative can be constructed on the basis of patchwork of local incidents. There are various platforms on primetime news channel where the genuinity or the truth behind the content is verified. During this, it has been observed that when a local incident takes place which may give rise to local conflicts or communal conflicts, at such times videos or content that are either recorded earlier in time or are neither relevant to the incident are posted on and shared on social media.
The right and proper use of this social media technology can prove fruitful for the society, provided that it is not used for the benefit of political, ideological as well as personal benefits.
I have some few questions which I would like to ask you guys. What we are doing on our social media? Whom we are following on our social media? Let's get a fact check. Can you please give me a phone? I will open your Instagram. Sorry, huh? Okay. The first post itself is from the Real Shit Gang meme. Troll fuckers meme. Again one ad. The sarcastic page meme. Laughter colors memes. Desi sarcasm meme. Again one sponsor ad. BC Billy official memes. Dekh Bhai memes and so on. So here what we are doing on our social media. Basically social media is designed and the algorithm is designed in such a way where one individual should engage in the whole ecosystem. Where if you started using Instagram, you have personally I think experiences when you start using Instagram. Though your feed is complete, you have to watch your complete feeds, you watch your complete, so still you will reopen the Instagram and just reload the page. Why? This thing is completely addictive and this thing has been designed for this purpose. Let's take an example. If any person is sharing any knowledgeable things, any good message, any positive news, people will simply degrade or demoralize that person. In that way, we will just disturb the will or willingness of any individual. And now let's talk about memes or any negative messages or any bomb blast or any fake news. People will simply share this news on a vast majority.
So guys, we'll do a social experiment. Let's reduce our unproductive time which we are using on social media. Let's do two things. First, reduce our time which we are spending on social media. Number two, let's divide the time spent on social media on two different parts. First part, an unproductive way. Second part, a productive way. Let's divide our time in two slots. We should, if we are spending 1 hour on social media, spend half an hour on memes or whatever things you would like to see or follow. The other half should be knowledgeable. We should watch useful videos on YouTube, on platforms such as Rajya Sabha TV, Lok Sabha TV, etc., where you can get knowledgeable things and informative videos regarding many issues which are existing in our country.